Hello and welcome. I'm the Restless Kaiser.
I'm Woolly Mike.
I'm Russian Quill. I'm Clueless Mike.
I'm Johnny B, but together we are Just to check. Hopefully we are live. If we're not, then you can't comment. But if you are, comment.
Our last comment is Clueless Mike saying, "Push the button."
No, that's Clueless Nick doing that. He's stolen my name.
Oh no, it's Nick.
Hello.
Nick, isn't it? Sorry, it's not you. Top left corner says we've got viewers, so we are live.
Excellent. I can see the chat moving now.
Yeah. Apologies, everyone, for this belated Christmas quiz, which we're having in the new year. I was pretty ill just before Christmas, and in the usual way, the boy got ill, then Mum got ill, then I got ill. So we had just a horrific week or so. My voice is still not properly restored. So I hadn't actually prepared the quiz without my involvement and the thinking that it might still happen. So none of these rounds were actually prepared by me. If there are any errors in the slides, that is because people's questions are poor and Anne didn't understand them. But it's not like I, the Wargamer, can check them because that would make me ineligible for doing a quiz.
That's it. Throw Anne under the bus.
If there's any problems. So there's not been any content on the channel, any new content for a week or so, and there's not going to be for another week because it really took a big chunk out and was really at the fag end of stuff that we had recorded when we came up to Christmas. So being ill that week just made a mess of everything. But in the next week or so, you'll start to see the regular content coming back out again on Sundays. But anyway, we have got for your viewing pleasure tonight, as I'm sure you know, a quiz. So shall we have a go? That's got last year's times on it, but you know it's still the same idea, isn't it? So here's the quiz. The quiz was compiled by Mrs. Kaiser and from things submitted by viewers, by people here, and some of her own ideas on what lazy and lame wargamers might be interested in. So let's see how we go.
How many rounds?
Contenders ready.
Just about.
Okay, let's do it. Coolest Mike, it is your.
Okay, so this is a picture round, and you need to name the character who most famously used these sci-fi weapons, which you will see pictures of. More than one character may have used these weapons, but you're looking for the most famous in the options of 4 that you will be given.
Okay.
Pretty simple one. Is it Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, Kit Fisto, or Ayala Sakura?
I don't all of these sound like porn stars except
one. Kit Fisto, I'm pretty sure I saw the other night.
I'll give you a slight clue. All of these people named are Jedi or...
Oh, really?
Hey!
Are they though?
Yep, Kit Fisto definitely sounds like a porn star.
If you saw a picture of Ayala Sakura, you'd think she was a porn star too, to be fair.
Okay, I'm good.
And the answer is...
Obviously, I started with the easy one. Anyone who doesn't get that should leave now. I mean, don't, but you should.
Cha-ching! 1 point.
Damn, I'm last already.
I didn't know the other 3 characters, so there you go.
Okay. Question 2. You've got a nice picture there. Is this used by a character called Trinity, Baze Malbus, Vasquez, or Alan Dutch Schaefer?
Oh. I'm good.
I'll put that one in for you, John.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hopefully we've all got this one. Has everybody got it?
It's C.
Obviously.
Just run us through who are the other characters.
So Trinity is obviously from The Matrix. Blaze Malbus is the guy who used the big minigun in Rogue One. And Alan Dutch Schaefer is Arnie's character from The Predator, also famous for using a big minigun. So I thought I'd try and throw people off in that regard.
He never used the big minigun in Predator. How dare you?
I was trying to remember who the other smart gun guy was in case he was one of the other three. But
Drake.
It's Drake. It said it on the slide.
Aliens would be
that
one of my
now.
specialist subjects.
Okay.
Question 3.
Okay, this one's slightly harder, I personally think. Is this used by Optimus Prime, Megatron, Gypsy Danger, or Evangelion Shoguriku?
Oh, what the hell is that? I'm going to go... This is a tricky one, but I'm going to go with that. There we go.
I'm pretty sure that's used by Kit Fisto.
Yeah.
Gypsy Danger starred alongside Kit Fisto in several features.
Okay, I'm good. I think.
It's good.
Well, I've got an answer.
All right. And the answer is Mike.
Gypsy Danger.
Oh,
It's this flexible chainsword, which you can turn into a big hard chainsword as needed. So that's obviously from Pacific Rim.
I just saw space and immediately thought it must be Optimus.
Yeah, that's why I put them in. So you've obviously got Optimus and Megatron, Transformers, Gypsy Danger is, we know from Pacific Rim, Evangelion Shoguriku, blah, blah, blah. I needed another big robot, and that is apparently the lead robot from Evangelion, the very famous anime.
Never heard of it.
Never watched it.
That one down as the correct answer because I had no idea and it sounded the most, something I've never heard of.
I thought it was from Evangelion, but I thought that's anime, and that's not an anime picture.
Yeah, I thought that might have been a giveaway.
Right. Question 4.
So, is this weapon used by Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Vaughn, Dr. Zoe Smith, Sirius Black, or Ivan Koroshunov?
I'm good.
Easy to say.
Just don't push the red button.
Don't press it.
The red button, indeed. The answer is
Obviously, Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Vaughn, played by Gary Oldman, as were all of those other characters named. It is a Zorg Industries ZF-1 from Fifth Element.
They were all Gary Oldman characters.
They were all Gary Oldman characters as a bit of a clue.
Go on then.
Who's Ivan?
So, Dr. Zoe Smith was his character in Lost in Space.
Yes.
Sirius Black was from Harry Potter.
Zacharias,
And Ivan, that one, I'm trying to remember the film. It was a kind of like World War II type film, but I can't remember what it was called. It was a really obscure one. I had to look it up.
Yeah. Was it a film or was it when he played it in Call of Duty?
Who knows? There was a picture of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And your last one then?
Question 5. Oh, I know that one.
5. Was this weapon used by Agent J, Neo, Rick Deckard, or River Song?
Rick Deckard, Jesus.
Another porn star.
Deckard. Decided instead of an accent.
Never going to watch that film the same way again.
I mean, Dick wrecks hard.
Wrong.
That they reference this gun in the third movie as well.
Of course, it's the noisy cricket.
Of course, it is the noisy cricket from Men in Black.
So go on then. Who are these 4 characters again?
So Agent J is obviously Will Smith's character in Men in Black. Then we have Neo from The Matrix, Rick Deckard, who is from, and the name is escaping me,
Blade Runner.
And River Song is from Doctor Who.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. River Song from Doctor Who.
All right. That moves around.
So what did you guys get? Points on the board?
4.
3.
4.
Nice.
Oh,
I am well behind.
Mine. I think
obviously too easy.
Was much harder. The Spaceships one last year was really hard.
It was really hard.
Yeah, that was good. I forgot to start getting into the people in the chat. So Nick from Team James is here. Rosie is here. Mrs. Kaiser, the son, has been at. Hey, you got her phone and has changed her account name. Michael Hall.
That's me.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to reply to Nick.
Tony Halton is here. Wilm Grau is here. Gin and tonic in hand. Have at ye.
Unfortunately,
Also got
Clueless Nick has
Madeline-
scored 4 in that round, but luckily in our little competition, he doesn't get any points if he scores in my rounds because we have to do ones that I can get points from.
Michael Wayne is here. Glenn Dewar. Glenn Dewar's advice is to choose choice B. You would have scored very poorly in that round, mate, with that option. Very poorly. Duncan's Band of Brothers, Happy New Year, my friend. And Duncan
Duncan's feeling better. He was ill for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah. We're going to have to catch up with Duncan next year.
Where's the usual have a drink every time they say something guy? Can't think which name is now.
Stop,
Subs.
Commandant.
Yeah.
Sub Commandante.
Please, all right.
All right, then.
Thank
So, the second round. That was a very nice
Some
climax.
points on the board.
Oh.
Oh, is this my? No, it's not my round. It's Mrs. K's round.
Mrs. K, what have you done to me?
It's Anna's grams.
8 out of 10 cats countdown.
I'm better with a numbers round.
Cart horse. It's cart horse.
You could unscramble them and he wouldn't be able to tell you whether they were World War II battles or not. All right, here we go. Let's see what they're like. Boom.
You what?
Yep.
Oh God. Are the capitals in the right? No, that doesn't help, does it?
No, the capitals aren't in the right place.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that one I do know.
It took me a
In
little
the right
while.
place. I
then.
meant, are the capitals actually capitals? But
No,
Is there a battle of day whim?
not really, but there's certainly key aspects.
I got it.
Are we there? All right.
It's
So the
just like a
first
computer
one.
game and a film. Midway.
Hey,
Anyway, go me.
Nice easy one to get you started. I see Andy from Friends of General Haig is here.
Oh, boy.
We'll keep you updated with our scores, guys. And if you're beating us, do let us know in the chat, which is often the case. So,
Oh, God.
I feel that this one was actually quite easy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Not only am I looking at scrambled words, but I've got to try and think of the actual name in a scrambled.
Unless there was the
word.
Battle of Alan Emil, but it seems unlikely.
That one.
I think you just told John the answer and you don't realize it.
No, I was getting there. Alan was the clue in my mind.
Alan.
Alan.
Is Emil Allen sound like another porn star? I'm not sure. All right.
French
Maybe
Okay.
if we change it to Emil Alan.
It was.
Sounds sexier.
Emil would have the
Easy.
accent, wouldn't it?
It would,
Lovely.
yeah.
All
Or a
right.
little hat.
So- So, John, did you get
El Alamein? I hope.
boom?
yeah.
Oh,
Little post train station.
I've seen. All
I
right.
need to do
third
more
one.
research.
Ooh.
No, she's definitely a porn star.
Oh, all
Mommy
right.
Dennis. She's got a like Ingrid Pitt kind of thing going on, doesn't she? She's a bit, like swallow you afterwards.
We are off for the watershed, aren't we?
Yeah, got it. I think. Although I'm not actively checking to see if the right amount of letters are there, but everyone got it?
No, obviously.
I haven't got this one. This round.
The place of this, where this,
No. I'm
what
back
it's
to-
actually said, could also be a porn star.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Does that help?
All right, are we going to move on then? I've not got it.
No.
And the
Monte
answer
Casino.
Oh.
Whoop,
I
whoop.
mean, that does look like it should just say between the two words starring in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or starring
Casino.
with Monte Casino.
Yes.
All right. Question 4.
Number 4.
Here's another one.
There's no E. Why isn't there not an E?
Ah.
Then it
Because
could have been
there's no
something
E in
rich.
the name of the battle.
Astrid Lang.
Astrid Lang. She featured him with that other Ingrid Pitt sounding chick.
Monica Stokes. I don't know World War II battles well enough.
No, I'm
No.
going to pass. I have to pass on that one. I can't.
Yeah, no clue
You
here.
know this one. You all
Stalingrad.
know this one.
Even
Stalingrad.
me.
Ah, Stalingrad.
Oh, yes, I do know that one.
You know all of these.
That order.
Yeah. No. Go on.
Just anagrams.
I mean, there can't have been that many battles in World War II, right? What, 10, 20?
Where the Americans were there, it don't count.
Ah, well.
Oh, well, that one I can get.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
I've got
Technically,
that
was
one.
that a battle? Technically, was it a battle?
Not
I
really.
mean, it is for the purposes of this.
Well, it was for the French.
Defensive
I
action.
suppose.
One side was attacking.
I was going to say, I suppose for the French, it was a battle.
It was just a really long battle.
For the British, it
long
was
one.
just a nice day out.
It was a nice little sail trip.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside.
Did everybody get that one?
Dunkirk.
Boom. Yeah.
Cool.
I will take 2 points from that round. Pretty pleased with that.
4 for me.
Hey,
So, Mike, of Midway, El Alamein, Monte Cassino, Stalingrad, and Dunkirk, which ones had you never heard of?
The Monte Cassino one.
Okay, so there's no excuse for not getting 4 of them right then.
Not really, no.
No, cool.
I'm disappointed about Stalingrad because I did know that.
Yeah. I just couldn't undo for the what's-its.
for some
Tony
reason, the
Holton
brain just
says
completely
Dr.
just
Inku's a
ignored the-
James Bond villain.
Dr. Inky,
Green
yeah.
Hugh Bond villain, yeah, I like it. I like it.
That was round 2.
So,
Ooh,
although
I
John didn't
appreciate
officially
it.
submit this is spiritually, and put this together on John's behalf.
So I cannot score in this round.
Cannot score on it. And so, we just lost somebody.
who do we lose?
Johnny.
We lose.
Maybe
We lost
has
a
he
bit.
hidden himself?
Quick, let's get out of here before they bring him back.
Oh no!
I know he said he can't
Uh,
score, but he didn't have to leave.
Greg and Ashley are back. Have joined us. Happy New Year. We'll just give John a moment to reappear because he should be reading his questions out.
In the appropriate accent.
Yeah, exactly. Name the film these quotes are from.
Yeah, so each and every one is a chance for John to
Yeah.
express his love for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I
However,
just write down every Arnie film I know and then just put them in the correct order afterwards.
He's done more than 5 films, I think, is the issue.
there are
He
a few
says
more
I'll
than
be
that.
back in every one of them.
Yeah, he
Just,
might have done 5, but I may have only watched 5.
Oh no! He's
Terminator 1,
ducked
2,
out.
and 3.
Rosie says he's gone to the chopper. Which presumably means he's having a piss.
I was just going to say it's a euphemism, isn't it?
Get to the chopper.
Well, shall we recap what scores we're all on while we're waiting for him?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to take
I'm
that
on
seriously.
8.
7.
Wooly.
7.
Come on!
2. But I've had one less round than the rest of you, so I would have got 5 in my round, putting me on 7.
I'm not sure I'd get 5 in my round.
Long round because we've got the same hat,
Imagine
but it's
the others.
not as long.
Johnny's phone's overheated, apparently.
Oh,
Is he still using his
boo.
phone?
He always uses his phone.
Okay, which of us can do the best Arnie accent?
None of us. Let's not disgrace ourselves.
Get Anne in to do it.
Hopefully, John can find his own old phone. Maybe.
AI.
Can he just go into Rosie and use whatever she's using?
Right. So you have to name the film that this is. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
Great quote from a great film that I haven't watched in about 20 years, so it might not be great, but
I think I've got it.
I watched it within the past couple of years, and it held up as well as I had expected it to, which was not very well, but it wasn't that spectacular to begin with.
Oh, God.
Teenage me remembers it being awesome.
It is awesome, but not for the visuals and the
No.
quality of the effects.
But that,
we
that
all, of
rules
course,
out one of the movies then.
Conan.
Conan.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah,
It was
not
Coffee
to be confused
Ashley.
with The Destroyer, a much
Ashley.
worse film.
You
You're
should,
talking
you
about
should play along,
people-
Ashley and Greg, see who's going to win.
It was better than the remake movie of Conan they made.
Oh,
The
yeah, that was
remake-
awful.
The remake was awful.
With The Rock.
Oh,
And the stupid
Yeah.
twin sword thing.
I blanked most of it.
I have one
all right.
sword that becomes two.
Ah, yes.
let's do question 2. Put the cookie down now.
Okay,
Oh!
pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh what's this in?
I can't remember what the movie's called. I'm
Oh.
hoping it's called what I think it's called.
I know now. It took me a second, but I think I know.
I think I know. It makes sense.
The answer is
Oh,
Jingle
God.
All the Way.
No.
Who
I
else
thought
had
it was
Kindergarten Cop?
Me, I went Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
I wrote Turbo Man, but I couldn't remember the name of the film.
Half a point.
I don't get half a point. It's not in remotely the film name.
All right, I have seen more
Well,
than
the
5
remake
army movies.
wasn't The Rock. It was John.
The Pebble.
Should have been, mate. Should have been.
Handful of gravel. Everyone knows
All right.
that Rock's kid is called the
Question
Pebble.
3. Arnie quotes. Let off some steam, Bennett.
Oh.
I think I know what that is.
Hmm.
Got
If
an answer.
it's one of my favourite films, if this is the right one.
I think I know. But I haven't seen this in like 30 years.
All right. So the answer
Very
is
impressionable of me.
Commando.
I had Red Dawn.
Throws the
I thought
you
it's not
through
even
him and it pierces the boiler, doesn't he? And
Yeah, yeah.
I thought
I
it
remember
was
the
True Lies.
scene, but I thought it was from Red Dawn, not Commando. Ah,
isn't that picture from Predator or from Commando?
that's Commando.
That is Commando.
It's
All
the
right.
same costume, but
Yeah.
I've never actually seen Commando. I thought it was True Lies.
Hot fuzz.
What, the quote or the film?
All right. Which film is Get to the Chopper?
Well, slightly doubting myself now as I've performed appallingly in this round so far.
It's in the
Really?
Biker from Mars, right?
I've only got one so far this round.
Yeah, as French General Haig, Get to the Chopper. That requires someone to take a drink, I'm sure. And the answer
I've
is
done.
Predator, of course.
Yeah.
Up to 2.
And I'll
Just
be
name any
back.
film.
Yeah, we're gonna have to probably limit this to the one that made it iconic. Hopefully, although I didn't write the questions, you could have picked a different one.
She could have.
Read Anne's mind here.
This is when you find out that in one of the multiple sequels that he doesn't say it in one of them.
Pretty sure he says it in all of them.
And it is, of course,
Terminator.
the Terminator.
Well, he
is
says
the
it in
moment.
all 5 now. Is there 5? There's 5, isn't there?
I put Terminator and Last Action Hero for that one.
Oh,
in
I
a
never
lot of
actually
this
watched
film.
that.
But I don't think he actually says it. The kid does, doesn't he?
Oh, hello.
Ooh.
So,
Hey, what did people get that round?
scores on the board. I got another 4, taking me to 12 points. Wooly.
11.
Callum.
I got another 3, putting me on a 5. Massive
I'm
total.
on 10.
Nice.
This is a nice, easy round, hopefully.
Chance for you to catch up, Clueless Mike, though, because, you know, although Callum's on, what did you say, 10 points?
Yeah.
Connections. I hope this is about Lego or soldering or something I know really well.
No, there's 4 questions, and at the end, it's what connects all 4.
Oh, God.
The chance that there were questions on soldering, Mike, was quite low. To be honest.
What gauge wire should you use? There you go. So what colour do ultramarines wear in 40k? Blue,
Okay.
black, or pink?
I'm
I did
liking the
reference-
caliber of questions so far.
I almost wrote down an answer and I can't score. The answer, of course, is blue.
Yay!
What feather was handed out to men thought to be cowards during the First and I believe Second World War? Was it a parrot
Ooh.
colour, black, or white?
How can you have a parrot colour? Parrots are famously multicoloured.
The question doesn't say colour, it says what feather.
Ah,
Well, that's true.
So it's got to be parrot, surely.
Norwegian blue.
That's how that logic, you were destined to lose.
They just look like pimps walking down the street.
I have gone
It's actually a
white.
movie. There is actually a movie about this, by the way.
There is the four feathers.
White.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
white. Get in.
There is another older one called the white feather.
No, the movie, White Feather. That's the one I was referencing. What did you say, Kaiser?
4 feathers.
I said white. I said white. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 2 for 2 this round. This is my favourite round.
The Forlorn Hope, a band I really like, released a song in 2022, and it was called Blank Coats. Which colour? Green, Technicolor, or red?
I really hope it's Technicolor. I mean, I could do the rendition from Joseph if you want me to. But...
Okay, they are a heavy metal band, so that is a rendition I would like to see.
He wore a coat!
I'm taking a punt on this one. I'm hoping that it's red coat.
It
It
is
is
red
red
coat.
coat.
Yay! I went red.
They are a
red
heavy
as well.
metal band that
Well,
does
how
songs about
much of it-
Napoleonics.
Well, I was wondering, you being a massive Sharp fan, though, it could have
Yeah.
been the green. It
Uh,
should be green jacket rather than coat, but you know, people get things
See, I
wrong.
just thought they enjoyed Butlins as youngsters, so they wrote about it.
And what colour star is the US third highest award for valor? Bronze, gold, or silver? And I had to Google this to find out.
Third highest.
Or rather, I knew the answer and had to Google the question.
This is hard.
This is hard.
It's
'Cause you don't
probably
know
what
them
you
all.
think it is.
I have gone gold. I
Silver.
mean, that's no clue to anyone else because I have no clue. But
I am going bronze.
see, I think the
the
bronze is the
answer is-
highest award.
Silver.
Silver.
Because, of course, the highest award is actually the Medal of Honor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it knocks everything down by one.
But is there a gold star?
I don't. When I googled it, it said it was the third highest award for valor.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that there isn't something between a silver star and
I don't think it's not a gold. It's not a gold star, but there is a medal lower than a congressional medal.
that's higher than a silver star.
Yeah. Because you only go bronze star, and then I think it's military medal. And
I
then
wanted the
Army
answer
Cross.
Silver Star, so I googled what it was, and it told me
Yeah,
the
yeah,
highest
yeah.
medal for valor.
That's how to write
I
a
didn't-
question.
What was throwing me is I thought I know that there was a question on Medal of Honor, and I didn't know that, and I knew that there was. I didn't think there was a gold star, but I didn't know whether there was something in between. Glendo, the answer is not. It's the dead parrot. Right.
The
Question
question
five.
5 is: what link do the answers to previous questions have? So blue, white, red, and silver. Bear in mind that this was a Christmas round, so there is a Christmas theme to all of those colours. Bonus points if you can give me examples,
Ooh.
or the examples.
I mean, I'm assuming you're not going to accept tinsel.
No,
I'm going to go star.
no.
Blue star, white star, and red star are all shipping lines.
No, it has to be Christmas themed.
I think it's something to do with the nativity,
Mm.
but I don't know
I'll
what.
put you out your misery.
Yeah.
They are all within Christmas songs. Blue Christmas by Elvis, White Christmas by Bing Crosby, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and
The
Silver
blue was the one that was throwing me off. I just couldn't think of
Oh,
anything
somebody
Christmassy blue.
chipped in. Andrew
Hey!
Pennington.
Hey!
Hello, Andrew.
Somebody got it. There you go.
Good round.
So I scored 3 there, taking me to a total of 15. Wooly.
4 there, total of 15.
Boo.
3 for me, total of 8.
Oh, what one did you get wrong apart from the final one?
I got the last 2 wrong. I was gliding along and then just no.
Yeah, same. I got the last 2 wrong. All right. Next question.
Next round. Ding ding. Hey,
Oh.
badges.
Badges! We don't need no stinking badges.
I'm sensing a 0 here.
I'm not sure that I'll be much in front of you, Mike, to be honest.
Hoping it's multiple choice.
They are multiple choice, yes.
I might get a 1.
I've got some up there. I've got one that's a Vulcan bomber.
Ooh.
One that says, "Let's get some bigger guns."
Are any of them football clubs?
No.
No. So, Grenadier Guard's tunic. How can you tell by just looking at the different tunics which guard regiment it is? Different coloured collars, different shades of red, different patterns of buttons. The piping down the front is a different colour, or they're all actually the same, and it's the badges that make the difference. So what differentiates the tunics of the different guards regiments?
That is an
I reckon one of those is
interesting
probably true, but not necessarily for the reason you're saying it's true.
Very reluctant.
I have an answer.
Being like the answer for what is right today might be different.
So
from
what's
what
your
was
answer
right.
then, Clueless Mike?
I think the piping is a different colour.
No.
Damn it.
It's the buttons.
It's the buttons.
Ah,
The Grenadier Guards have a single spacing, and then there's buttons in pairs, buttons in 3s, buttons in 4s, and buttons in 5s. So even without the insignia, you can tell which Guards regiment it is.
However, I think the red also differs depending on when the coat was made.
yeah.
Well, we were actually talking about bearskins the other day. Is that a lot of them are artificial, but the prime ceremonial, prime ceremonial ones are still bearskin.
Yeah, because they tried to make them artificial and they found out that they didn't sit right, so they had to go back to bearskin.
Yeah, this conversation I had with Kaiser over the weekend. So so the answer is the spacing of the buttons.
Well, I never. You learn something
Well,
new
you see,
every
this
day.
is where the answer today is different from the answer of yesteryear, because they definitely would have had different coloured cuffs and collars in the past.
Yeah,
noticed the Welsh had their plume on a different side as well.
Yeah,
because of where they would parade.
Well, if you look at their cuffs, the 2 middle ones have different cuffs to the 3 at the sides. So they also have different button spacing on their cuffs as well, by the looks of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But as I say, the question was about the buttons without any other badges or...
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. What is the actual name of the animal that was adopted as the badge of the 7th Armoured Division? The desert rat, the gerbil, the jerboa, spelt with a G, or the jerboa, spelt with a J, or the desert mouse?
not the desert moose.
Desert moose, yeah. That was deliberate.
Did you have to whip that up really good?
I did, yeah.
I'm going with the one I
don't know
know.
how it's spelled. I'm gonna go with
Had to be the butterscotch because it's the only one that turns out yellow.
Hey.
Ooh.
Same judge and light, surely.
Well, we're going to argue about this one now, Mike. I think. All right. So you say,
God damn it.
Jerboa with a J.
and what is a jerboa? It's what they call a desert rat, Mike.
Yes.
So I've got
That
it right, is
desert
what you're
rat is
saying.
still the right answer.
The desert rat is a jerboa, so the actual animal is a jerboa.
Yeah, but a jerboa is called a desert rat.
It's a slang name for the jerboa, so
He
Yes.
did ask for the actual name, unfortunately.
the actual name of...
Actual name. So if I said that's the desert rat, and said no, it's not. It's a jerboa. And said what's a jerboa? It's a desert rat. Anyway,
Is
I
it
think that's a
actually
bad question. You're going to
Okay.
include the word.
No,
Because
because if you said, look at that striped horse, it's not called a striped horse, it's a zebra.
Yeah, but no one calls a striped horse, a zebra a striped horse.
I do.
Everyone calls the boa desert rat who lives in that part of the world.
I call
They
it the
didn't look at
barcode
it and think
horse.
it looks like a rat because it doesn't. Anyway,
Well,
unless
the
you
original,
give it a Latin name, they're all slang names. That's me being petty.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
It's a pterodactyl, did it say?
who is featured on the maroon and pale blue shoulder badge of the 1st and 6th Airborne Brigades? Pegasus and Perseus, Pegasus and Bellerophon, Pegasus on its own, Pegasus and Hercules, or Pegasus and Ares?
Ooh.
So do they
So
have
you-
the same, or does each airborne
The
brigade
Orne
different
Bridge is a Pegasus bridge, and it features the badge that was used by both regiments, and it still is. So, what's on the badge that symbolises the Pegasus regiment?
One of two for me.
I'm going to go with that one because they're historically, mythologically paired.
All right.
Everybody locked in?
Yeah.
It's apparently in the legend, Perseus never actually rode Pegasus. It's only sort of like the more
In the
modern
movie.
version.
Yeah.
Ah,
In the Disney one,
See.
Hercules rides it.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't go for Hercules. Although
Yeah.
I think Hercules borrowed him at one point, didn't he? The Tales, didn't he? The trials, 12 trials.
as I say, yeah. Okay, so this one. What is the correct name of the weapon in this badge?
Ooh.
Is it the
Dave.
Winged Dagger? The Sykes Fairbairn Dagger? Is it Excalibur? The Sword of Damocles? Or the Fire Dagger?
Dave. It's called Dave.
Big sharp pointy stick.
And the answer is doesn't look like anything.
Ah.
In the original founding, Sterling and Lewis were going to call it the Sword of Damocles.
That's how the Sword of Damocles is usually depicted. That's why I went for it.
Yeah. However, the official description gives Excalibur. But apparently, in the Tale of Damocles, he dared and won, and that's where the motto comes from.
Ah.
So either
Well,
of
I
those
went with
is
Sykes
actually,
Fairbairn, but-
now that's the dagger that was invented by the ex Shanghai policeman for the
I
commandos.
thought they used it, or did they not use it? Oh, there's only commandos that used it, was it?
Well, it's a different shape for a start. But yeah, so either of those is acceptable. So this is the cap badge of the Machine Gun Corps formed in October 1915. The Heavy Section Machine Gun Corps was involved in the historical first in 1916. What was it? They provided the crews for the first tanks. They were the first air gunners in the Royal Flying Corps. They shot down the first German Zeppelin over World War One. They made up the majority of the forces involved in the Zeebrugge raid. Or it was a cover name for the mining and sapper troops who signed to dig the tunnels under German trenches.
Can we have all of the above?
No.
They're all very plausible. I know one of those is true, so I'm going to, but as in I know they were definitely one of those, so I'm going to go.
There should be music now. One of these is true, but which? And then
You have a multiple
Yeah.
choice.
No. As in I know they were definitely involved with one of those. I definitely know that, but the others are a maybe. So for me,
yes,
See
Jess
for
Hunt point out
me.
that it looks something like the pirate flag.
Yeah.
And the answer, the heavy section of the Motor Machine Gun Corps is in fact the first tanks.
it was right.
Yep. In
Who shot
October
down the
19...
first Zeppelin? Was that the guy that they've got at Stanmore?
Yeah, but I think it was Lewis guns with a some sort of phosphorus bullet, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't think what his name is.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so they were the tank crews for the Royal Armoured Corps, also for the tanks. But later, in October 1917, they renamed as the Royal Tank Regiment. And that concludes my round.
So I am on. Only got 2 correct there, so only up to 15. Wooly.
You had 15 before, didn't you?
Yeah, it's 17 now.
17. Sorry, yes, 15 plus 2, 17.
And as it's my round, I stayed on 15.
I'm on
Callum?
13.
I'm up to 10. Pretty pleased so far.
Nice. John, how are you doing? If you're still watching, is JB there? Because Mike's got to have someone to compete against.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick from Team Close Games on 9. Look, Mike.
Oh!
I'm assuming that's not including my round. If it is, he's lost. He's way behind.
World War One.
So
Whose round is this?
these questions, the World War One and World War Two round are the ones that I'm skipping out of. That Anne's prepared.
Okay.
Although I'm going to sort of play along because it's like about being inside of her head instead of mine. All right.
Can we have a joker where we get to ask you instead? Phone a friend.
So, who was the leader of the German Empire in World War One? Was it Otto von Bismarck? Was it Wilhelm I, Wilhelm II, or Frederick III? Or Friedrich, if you're American?
I mean, I feel I should know this, but I don't. So
I'll give you a clue. It's one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of one of them. Would they have named a ship after him, though? Well, that seems likely.
You might be barking up the wrong tree here. It was definitely a monarchy, Mike.
It's okay. I'm going down the middle. Number 2.
I know who his cousin was.
Second.
Okay, and the answer
Cousin.
is Kaiser Bill.
Willie 2! Yep.
Whenever there's numbers presented, always go for the middle one.
Silly Billy. So, interesting fun
Wrong
fact
one.
about Kaiser Bill is although it's known as Kaiser Bill over here, Germans wouldn't recognize Bill as short for Will. They would call him Kaiser Willie, which is so much more fun, right?
Friends of General Hay, Cousin Willie.
What color did the French troops wear during the First World War? Was it dark maroon, sage green, horizon blue, or pale brown? Can I just say that in the first 2 years of the war, they also wore this color on top with delicious red pantaloons on the bottom.
I mean,
Before
2
they
of those
realised
colours
it
seem
came out
like
very
bad
clearly
choices.
in the age of the magazine-fed rifle.
I'm gonna go for this answer, but I'm concerned.
I'm going to go.
Hey, Friends of General Haig's loving it. Look, he's killing this round.
I'm going to go A. It's very.
Not the French, I hope.
It's horizon.
Yeah. Still the sort of like the Zouave colours from the colonial era.
I was
That seems
concerned
like
because
really
that was
bad
2 seasons in a row.
camouflage.
The Zouaves were copying the French. Same with
Yeah.
the American soldiers in general with the kepis. The French army was supposed to be good back then. Right. In which year did the United States enter the Great War? Was it A, 1914, B, 1915, C, 1917, or D, 1918?
Is this one of those weird?
However you want to look at it.
stroke
it's hard to
actually
say the
questions?
method. No, it's not true. So,
And I was going to go for 1916. Can we
I'm
add
going
that in?
17.
I was gonna say, is this one of those weird ones where, like, officially they entered in this year, but
Yeah, that's what I
actually they didn't
suspect.
turn up till that year? Like
It
they
takes a
said
long
they'd
time
come
for
in
them to get across the
1914, but
sea.
didn't turn up till 1919. You know,
so what's the answer, Callum?
is it 18?
It's 17.
Yay!
See, I thought it was like a pledge. They pledged in 17, but didn't turn up till 18. or
There's
something.
a lot of kind of misjudging the First World War by the second. The American contribution in the First World War was nowhere near what it was in the second. But it's fair to say that in 1918 there were 1 million American soldiers in France.
Oh, that
Really?
dodgy Mexican telegram, wasn't it, or something?
The Zimmerman Note.
That's it. Yeah.
Topic for another day. All right, then on to question 4. What was the name of the World War I peace treaty signed between Germany and the Allied powers? The Treaty of London, the Treaty of Berlin, the Treaty of Trianon, or the Treaty of Versailles?
I think I actually know this one.
If you went to
One of them's a
school,
song.
you should know this one, Mike.
When I went to school, history, they didn't teach anything interesting like world wars or useful stuff. They talked about Jethro Tull and the Seadrill and Tar McAdam and stuff like that. That's all you learn.
And
Boo!
most people
Generation
went to
kid
school
not
and still
doing.
can't spell my last name, so you know.
All right.
I mean,
So
I could
what
sing
might
you
the
a
answer
song
is?
about the answer
Treaty
is
of
Treaty of
Versailles.
Versailles.
Versailles it is. Boom. And question 5. Which of the following battles did not take place during World War One? A. Verdun. B. Antietam. C. Passchendaele. And D. Somme.
I know one it isn't.
One is not a World War One battle. And this is very easy if you're interested in that particular war. Isn't it, Mike?
Isn't one of them only called it by a particular party as well?
Yes.
Okay. Got my option.
When Kaiser went to school, history was current affairs. Boo!
I like that because
Wait,
Kaiser's
Tony.
younger than me.
I'm younger than Wally Mike.
We still had slate when I started school.
White hair
Have the Romans left, Wally?
enormously.
Sorry?
Had the Romans left?
All right. Wally, what was the answer?
It's the Battle of Antietam, American
Oh,
Civil War.
Because the Antietam is a battle
In the American Civil War.
in the American Civil War. And is it one where there are two names? Because the Confederacy and the
I
Union
think
have-
Antietam's one of the few that only has one name.
Right.
Because
No, I was referring to Passchendaele, because Passchendaele is also the third Battle of Ypres.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think only the Brits and Canadians call it Passchendaele.
All right. So that was the World War One round. How did we do, Wally?
5 out of 5, up to 20 points.
Oh,
Boo, you storm into the lead. Callum, Brush and Quell.
I got 4, so I'm up to 17.
17, you're level with me. And
I got an
Kelly.
amazing 3 points, putting me on 13.
And how did Nick do in the chat? Come on, let Mike know. He wants to know.
Come on, Nick. I reckon you got 2 that round.
14 in the clueless game, 18 in total. Whoa!
Oh, what? You got like 5 out of 5 that round. That seems unlikely.
He
He's
does
at
have
home.
good-
You can Google it. People could see you guys. That's why we need to do it live. So you can-
Yeah, I should video call Nick on my other phone.
Okay.
time delay.
Oh,
Board games
Ooh.
guess. This could be guess today is terrible. It was all years ago.
Guess the date of original release, I'm guessing?
I assume
Oh, yeah.
so. Let's find out.
Didn't Warhammer Monopoly come out last year?
oh.
Whoa.
In what year did the Battle of Sekigahara take place? Sekigahara!
Oh,
Take place.
oh, bloody hell.
Was it 1500,
Um,
1550, 1600, or 1650?
I'm going to go with that one.
I know less about Japanese history than I do World War One and Two. So
I know they were at war forever until about 1800. Or was it
I mean, that's
16?
what
any
an
of
isolation
these,
is
quite
for-
literally.
1650 to 1800 is the peace period, isn't it?
But look at the
So-
name. Look at the line underneath the name on the game.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm looking at.
Is this? I'm going with D in the belief that this is.
That is what
Tokugawa.
I've gone for.
Oh, boo!
I was going to say, it depends on which unification you're talking about. Because you've got the unification under the Emperor, the unification under the Shogun, the unification under...
Yeah, Japanese history, man. It's definitely a weak point.
This just
weak-
K
weak-
threw us off
weak-
with the subtitle of that game, I feel.
Yeah.
If you want that really,
So Cuba Libre, in which year was Fidel Castro's revolution? 51, 54, 56, 57.
I mean,
It's-
I don't want to
It's just-
say that there's dates on the picture of the game, but there is. I know what I'm going for.
Thanks for that.
To be fair, my eyesight is not good enough. going with-
Excellent.
The answer is 1956.
Again, she threw us off with a box art.
So the first Peloponnesian War began in 460 BC. When did the second Peloponnesian War begin?
Guessing so.
445, 431, 412, or 404 BC? I have no chance of getting any of this.
How much of a rest do you need between wars?
Kind of like need a next generation of people, don't you? But back then, generations of people were a bit quicker.
Yeah.
B for me.
I'm going D.
I've gone B.
Gonna be. Yes.
B. You get a point for guessing. Boom.
Takes 30 years to breed yourself another set of soldiers.
Yeah, another generation. When did US forces, Austrian resistance, Wehrmacht soldiers, and free prisoners fight to defend Castle Itter from attacking the SS soldiers? So the SS are attacking these people.
I hadn't even heard of this.
April, May, June, or July 45.
I'm going for 45.
I'm
going
where
for
Castle
April.
Itter is.
It looks cold in that picture, and the rest of the months are quite warm, so April it is.
Well, they haven't finished drawing the rest of the castle behind them, so.
All right. The answer is May. Yeah.
Yay! I guessed right.
This was a funny one, wasn't it? A funny incident we could talk about another time.
I've only just heard
The United States have invaded Canada twice. In what year did they first invade? 72, 74, 75, or 78? 1700 and...
It says 1812 on the box.
Yeah, but when did they first invade?
I mean, was it really Canada at the time?
Was it really the United States?
Yeah. I reckon they invaded 40 years earlier, 1772.
Mm-mm.
I'm going for
Okay,
78
74.
after they're independent. Let's have a look.
I'm going for.
Yeah, I think we're all wrong.
75 was the right answer.
Oh, I've not done well this round.
I've got to say, Anne, that was really hard.
Yeah.
It's really
In
hard.
the month a battle I've never heard of taken place, I mean, is unlikely.
So I got 2 points that round, taking me to 19. Wooly,
2 points that round, taking me to 22.
2
Callum,
points, 19.
1 point, 14.
14.
What's your score, John? I need to know.
Yeah, John, if you're watching, give us an update. Will got Canada right.
Ooh.
Okay,
He's
so
just stretching his lead over me.
This is where Kaiser overtakes me.
I mean, I'm
so
hoping
playing.
it's about woodworking planes, but it seems unlikely.
I was going to say, I watched the Pixar movie last night, so.
I think he's assessed me with that, isn't
I
he?
mean, if you want a 17th century round in this quiz, you need to submit the questions. You have done in previous years. I was hoping for it, mate. I was hoping for it. I'm not sure we got any viewers submitting questions this time, actually. All right, let's have a look at Callum's planes questions.
What was the last plane made by Hawker Siddeley? Was it the Hurricane, the Harrier, or the Hammerhead?
Just to the west of. Sorry, just to the east of Southampton is a place called Hamble, which is one of the large Hawker Siddeley constructions, now part of BAE Systems.
Oh, and just in case anybody in the comments say it's not the last plane, out of those three, which was the last one they made?
I mean, I've heard of one of these by them. Hammerhead seems a really poor design for a plane. I'm going to go down the middle. It was the Harrier.
I've got.
I'll let you have the point if you tell me where I got the name Hammerhead from. And it
A
wasn't the
shark.
Go on.
Wasn't it a
And the
carrier
answer is-
based?
Yay!
Wasn't it a two-seater carrier plane?
No, the Hammerhead I actually got from Space Above and Beyond.
Oh, right.
Oh, of course.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the Harrier.
And
Get
talking
it.
Or
about
the AV-88 I also would have accepted for you American viewers.
AV8. Right.
What plane did Douglas Bader have his fateful crash in 1931, which led to his double amputation? Was it a Fairy Swordfish, a Bristol Bulldog, or a Fokker triplane?
Seems unlikely it was on a Fokker DRI in 1930.
I don't know. I'm sure we had one.
Then again, does it?
And I had to say which year because he did have his second crash in like 1944.
Yeah, this is when he lost his legs, not when he got captured.
Yeah. Although he did lose a leg in that one, so you know.
I'm going to
Yeah,
take
but they
not
dropped
official.
another one for him.
I'm
I'm
going for the
going
Fokker
A.
DRI here, and as he's just fucking about in it. Oh, boo!
Bulldog.
Bulldog, yeah.
And he was fucking around in the Bristol Bulldog following the Hendon Air Show.
Doing aerobatics when he shouldn't have done.
Yeah, and his air was too low. Clip the floor.
Ooh, that's going to sting. Right.
The Vulcan bomber was the test bed for the engine to power what airliner? The 747, the DC-10, or Concorde? There's lots of blank faces.
No, I'm trying to remember what there was a special name for the prototype.
I've heard of all of those planes mentioned in that question, so I feel I should know this.
I mean, on my route, it's one of three, so you know, everybody else has gone for one of four. So.
I'm going Concorde.
Me
I've
too.
gone Concorde.
Yay!
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
Olympus
same
engines.
wing shape, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But they like literally strapped an Olympus engine underneath of a Vulcan.
Where the
You
bomb
look at
bay
the
was.
pictures- Yeah, if you look at the pictures, there's its engines and then an extra engine.
But there was a prototype Vulcan shape that also they took the wings off and then put the Concorde wings on the prototype as well. I'm sure that's the
Right.
yeah.
Is it
That one I don't know.
supersonic delta wing plane, presumably.
Yeah, but yeah, this is a 5-engine Vulcan bomber because they put one in the middle.
Right.
Pup, Dolphin, Snipe were all made by Sopwith, Bristol, or Avro.
I don't know all of these, but I know some.
I think I've also put them in age order as well.
Okay, I'm using my knowledge from Blackadder goes forth here.
Oh God, was one in
So that
Blackadder?
would help. If
No,
it's
but
in
they
there.
mentioned the Sopwith camel in Blackadder goes forth, and I'm thinking camel, pup, dolphin, it's an animal, so I'm going with A.
Well, all
I think
companies
you're right.
did make.
Ho, ho, ho!
All companies did make First World War planes. So
Yeah, but they didn't name them after animals.
what cancelled Avro Canada fighter shared its name with a display team? The Falcon, the Thunderbird, or the Arrow?
A again for me.
I'm going C.
I'm going
I did
Thunderbird.
Google display teams for this one.
Oh, boo!
I thought that was the obvious.
There's a good documentary about this. It is incredibly advanced.
Just going back to the Hawker Siddeley place down the road. Though before they were Hawker Siddeley, they were Folland, and they have an original Folland Nat Red Arrow's livery as their gate guardian.
Hey, Michael Wayne got
Well-
5 out of 5 on that round. Yeah, planes is very much in sort of a specialist interest within the hobby, isn't it? I've never really been a planes guy.
I did try to make it quite easy.
Full
I
5
just
out of 5 on that
figured-
one.
Sorry, Gate Guardians. RAF Wittering has a Harrier.
Okay, here we go.
War and
do a lot
conflict.
bad as well. How long was the 100 Years' War? Was it 93 years, 114 years, 116 years, or 121 years?
Seems
I'm
like
trying to
bad
go back to
naming.
episode I was on with Medieval Wargamer. I'm going to go with that one. I think that's right.
B.
We all got answers.
B. I'm going B.
114.
Oh!
Anybody get that?
Nope.
Which treaty ended the 30 Years' War and established the principles of modern international relations? The Peace of Westphalia, the Treaty of Paris, the Peace of Augsburg, or the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle? There you go, General Haig. You're up. Andy.
Starring in Monte Cassino is Aix-la-Chapelle.
Aix-la-Chapelle.
Did you get a piece of Westphalia?
I think it is the Peace of Westphalia.
I
Yes,
think I
it is.
as well, yeah.
Boom.
This is not a good round.
Nope, I've failed so far. Oh, this one I know.
By what name were the famous 10,000 elite bodyguards of the ancient kingdom of Persia known
I
by?
know this one. I've seen 300.
If you watched 300, the answer, we've all got this one, right?
Yeah.
They actually made a follow-up film called The Immortals, didn't they?
Well, there's that wonderful line in. Sorry, I'll read it again. I am immoral. Don't you mean immortal? You read your script. I'll read mine.
Is that Remember the Spartans?
Which empire opposed the Roman Republic in the Punic Wars? Was it Egypt, Carthage, Macedon, or Persia?
Okay, I'm going to go with that one.
If you've watched the channel for long enough, even if you didn't know this, you do know this. Because
I'm just thinking every time I've written this letter down so far, it's been wrong. So,
so the answer is Carthage, but B is usually the wrong answer in this quiz. Yes.
Yay!
And which of the below was not a combatant nation in the 7 Years' War? Hanover, the Ottoman Empire, Prussia, and the Spanish Empire.
Didn't the 7 Years' War also have another name?
The short one.
I mean,
Not the 9 Years' War. Hang on.
Yeah.
Which of the French Indian Wars was during the 7 Years' War? If that's
I'm guessing on
4
this one.
from me. D.
I'm going A.
I'm going B. I'm going B.
Oh, and that's
One.
me clicking on the wrong thing.
Many of
It
us are
was the
wrong.
Ottomans.
Oh.
Boom.
Well, I knew the Prussians and the Spanish were, and I guessed that the Brits and the Hanoverians were very close.
Well, if
so
the
we
Brits were,
probably
the Hanoverians were.
Yeah.
And we were definitely involved in the 7 Years' War.
Yeah, but that was my point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm a bit of a catch-up round for me there. Hopefully, I got 4 in that round, taking me to 25.
3 in that round, taking me to 30.
I made my rounds too easy. I'm on 22.
I'm on 19. I'm going to catch you.
All right.
Tell me you've got another
You're
sci-fi
not right,
weapons around there, Clueless
Oh,
Mike.
oh dear. I'm not going to catch you, am I? It's my round.
It's your round.
Don't
The
tell
rest
him!
of us are gonna spend nothing on this round.
Yeah,
honest,
I'm not
Alan's
going to
not
get anything, probably. Is
Alan
it
is
Space
not
Marine
always
colours?
Hopefully it's nice, easy ones. Let's see how embarrassing.
Some of them are easy, some of them are slightly harder.
Ooh, here you go.
Which of these is not an official Games Workshop Space Marine chapter? Now, this is according to Wahapedia, where I looked up all named chapters.
You licked up?
Licked. Yeah, that's how I use the keyboard. So this was a list of all chapters that have appeared in Games Workshop literature over the years.
I'm going to go
So,
with this one.
Is it the Angels in Carmine, the Exorcists, the Rainbow Warriors, or the Void Swords?
I'm going Rainbow Warriors because it's
Two of them I know definitely official. One of them I know definitely exists, and the other one I'm not sure about. But the one that I know exists, I'm not sure if it's.
What do you think then?
I'm going Rainbow Warriors.
Rainbow.
Rainbow. Oh, it's the Void Swords.
Rainbow Warriors have been in it since I think Rogue Trader original days, and they are Space Marines with rainbow-coloured armor. Very inclusive.
Never
I just
heard
know it's
of them.
been. I know it's been
No one's
appropriate for
painting
the
that.
LGBT community.
No one's painting that.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do. Yeah, it's huge out there.
The Horus Heresy story originated as a couple of pages of fluff in an old rulebook. It was a really good story. Two A4 sides, great. How many Horus Heresy main novels have there been so far? This includes the original Horus Heresy run of books and also the Siege of Terror series that has finished off the Horus Heresy.
Oh,
There is
God.
one book to go.
Can I have E? I don't care.
Okay. I know that this was a Partworks thing and they're often running 80s, so I've gone for D here.
I've gone D as well.
One more to come. Yes,
Oh, that
I
would have been my
read
question.
them all.
Sorry, I read the first one and I hated the baddie so much I just can't read anymore.
What, the Emperor?
Yeah.
Which of these is not a weapon from the 10th edition Codex Tyranids? A strangle-thorn cannon, a toxinjector harpoon, a centrifugal hooks, or a psychoclastic torrent?
I mean, they all sound like something that Games Workshop would put in their role.
I want to see you to only work if you spin the figure round.
Got a little wind up on one of those pull strings.
Yeah. Do you remember battle discs?
Yeah.
Or Beyblades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I've gone centrifugal just because it sounds too spinny.
I've gone Stranglethorn Cannon.
I think they could all be in there. I'm going to punt for centrifugal hooks, but I think something's going to have spinning hooks in its mouth. It is.
They are a Zerg weapon from StarCraft.
Oh, I
right,
thought they may
okay.
actually be from the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Okay.
One of the many extra gene seed organs implanted into a space marine is the omophagia. What does it do? Does it allow them to absorb memories from things they eat? Does it reknit their tissue at an astonishing rate? Does it clean out radiation, toxin, and viruses from their system? Or does it allow them to spit a highly corrosive acid?
Now, do I assume that Games Workshop actually know how science works and what those words mean?
I mean, this was written a long time ago. I don't think science had anything to do with it.
I'm going to go with C.
They do all
Okay,
of these
yeah.
things in the original stuff, don't they? I've gone for reknitting tissue.
They do all of these things.
Oh, it's the eating brains thing.
Yeah, historically, the Blood Angels used to do it an awful lot until Sanguinius turned up and kind of like looked at them a bit aghast and they stopped.
See, I went A because osmosis, absorption.
Ah.
Oh,
Used to be a washing powder in my day.
Well, almost.
So, if you somehow manage to get Games Workshop's awful new website to work, how many different 40k units does it show in total? There's a nice little site. If you can manage to figure out where to find them, nobody could do this while we're chatting because it takes far too long to do. You can kind of like get to a filter system and ask it to show you different 40k units, and one of these numbers pops up.
So, do you mean like as in what's its limit, or as in how many?
How many does it sell?
actually
So
exist?
these appear as different line items on their website when you click 40k units in their filter.
Okay, it's got to be that one.
and each character is a unit, isn't it?
Each character
Yeah,
would be a
each
unit.
Yeah.
Also,
and
if
then-
kits make multiple units, they show up more than once.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've just put my answer up.
All right. I'm
Yeah. See.
gonna be appalled, but I think we've all gone for D here, haven't we? Oh,
See, yeah.
it was quick.
There are 224 just from Space Marines. I think it would have been closer to the higher number, but in 10th edition, they've culled a load of old kits.
Right.
So there's far less than there used to be.
Oh yeah, I suppose now they got rid of all the mini marine stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick says he doesn't mind because he doesn't score this round. So
Yeah, I don't put any orc questions for Nick.
I scored 2 points there, taking me to 27.
2 points for 32.
26.
Oh, nicely done.
Very nice. All right, new round. Final round is about World War
Final
II.
round.
I don't get to score in it.
So what score are you on, Mike?
32.
I'm on 27.
32. So I need to get 13 from this round.
Whoa.
Seems unlikely.
I think even if I score perfectly, I can't catch him.
Which event is widely considered to be the starting point of World War II? The abdication of Nicholas II, the death of George VI, the German invasion of Poland, or the British conquest of Egypt? Nice, easy one.
Sorry, my brain was still on World War One for a second there.
Yeah, I was looking for Austro-Hungary.
Yeah.
I was like, it's the death of an ostrich, isn't it?
Archduke
All right,
and his
so-
mate third.
Yeah,
It was indeed C, the German invasion of Poland.
even I knew that.
What were the names of the two major coalitions that took part in World War II? The Oriental Forces and the Western Forces, the Central Powers and the Allies, the Left Powers and the Central Powers, and the Allies and the Axis Powers.
I mean, this seems too
And
easy.
Kaiser's all-time favourite board game.
Yeah, that's why I know it.
I just feel that they missed out. It should have been the left powers and the right powers.
Yeah.
And the Austin Powers.
The Allies and the Axis Powers. All right. See, super quick this one. Who was the supreme commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force in Europe in World War II? Was it Sir Bernard Montgomery? Was it George Patton? Was it Dwight Eisenhower? Or was it Douglas MacArthur?
Ooh.
We've had this one before. Oh, no, maybe I've shown you a picture of him. You didn't know who he was.
I always
Fine.
get stuck between two of these, and I'm always get them confused. So I've probably got the wrong one again.
I'm going A.
I'm
And
going
the
to
answer
see.
is Dwight Eisenhower.
I always get him
Montgomery
and
was-
Patton mixed up.
Montgomery was British forces. Patton was First Army, and MacArthur was the Far Eastern U.S. Army.
Patton wasn't First Army, but anyway. World War II. Who is popularly credited with the most sniper kills of any single combatant? Was it Ivan of the
I
USSR?
know this.
Was it Rosa of the USSR? Was it Joseph Allerberger, who sounds like a made-up name for a German sniper? Or Simo Haya of Finland?
Vasily
You should have-
Zaitsev.
I should have paid more attention in that film, shouldn't I?
I think I know who it is, but I might be wrong.
This
no, I think I'm wrong.
guy killed a lot of people personally.
Oh, maybe it's not who I think it is then. I thought it was Lady Death.
It was Simo Haya of
wow.
Finland. He is credited with over 500 kills
Jesus.
in the every day. He went out, killed somebody, and then came back every day. Oh, man.
Well, not coming back till I've murdered someone, okay?
Basically, it's like this is what I do. I get up in the morning, I have some coffee, bit of sprouts, and some soup or whatever. Then I'm gonna go kill someone. Then I come
Please
back.
tell me you didn't come back and mount them.
Yeah. Okay. So in World War II, who was Nazi Germany's highest decorated combat serviceman, made famous for his exploits as a Stuka ace? Hans Ulrich Rudel, Michael Wittmann, Erich Alfred Hartmann, or Sepp Dietrich?
I mean, there are some cool names in there.
I'm pretty sure the last of them was a burlesque dancer.
Hans Ulrich Rudel is a cool name. I'm going to save that for my next role-playing campaign. And I'm going to put my faith in him here. I reckon he was the one.
I don't know much about Stuka pilots.
I'm going D.
That's the least cool name there.
I know, but I'm definitely not going B.
He's the
for
least
Stuka
cool
pilot.
man there, I think.
I think we all avoided B there.
It was indeed Rudel. So just so you know, Michael Wittmann, he's the tank ace.
Who's
He's
Hartman?
the guy who Tiger Race. Sepp Dietrich is one of the SS murder commanders.
Oh,
He's one of the really, really, really bad guys. And that concludes our quiz. So this year, I scored a mighty 27 points of the available 50 or 55.
oh God,
Mike,
35.
Oh, good scoring, Mike.
35. Now, Mike, for the future, I'm going to dock you 5 points for not submitting the second round,
Correct.
but that still puts you at 30 points.
Yeah.
Russian Crow.
Could you dock him 6 points?
Could you dock him 16?
Well, I got 29, so
I got 22, which I'm very pleased with.
What was yours, Callum? Was it 29?
yeah, I think I should get 2 points for the only person that submitted a Christmas round, though.
Well, I think docking Mike 5 points for not submitting the second round is pretty brutal, to be honest.
Because I wouldn't get 5 in his round.
I don't think many of us got 5 points in any round. So the highest score from the contributors, from the members, was 30 points. Did anybody in the chat, which means Wooly Mike is this year's quiz winner?
Team
Woo!
Clueless. If you include the extra game, he says he got 30 points. So always.
What?
Team Clueless Game says he got 25 in the Clueless games, 30 in total. So I'd give it to him.
Well, he gets all rounds, though, with his 30.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
I know, look. Wilm Gao got 34.
Wow.
Grau got 34. So that has him as our viewer winner. Did anybody beat 34? I don't think 100% of the 17th century questions. Yes, I'm sure you did that.
One of them?
The rest of us. Anybody beat Bill Grau's 34? If you did, you should be very proud of yourself if you're watching this on the rerun and you got more than 34. Not only did you beat the teachers, as it were, you also beat their highest scoring on the live show. Guys, apologies there's not been much. John managed to get 63 out of the available 50.
Well done, John.
Pretty good going.
55.
Yeah, it was 55, was it?
Yeah, 11 rounds.
Nine, yeah. I scored in 9 rounds and I missed 2. That's all right. I'm just making sure I didn't miss a round that I didn't need to. And mine were the ones that I skipped were the easy ones. That's the tragic part of it all. All right, yeah. So we will be back streaming in a couple of weeks. As I said, there's been a little bit of a gap over Christmas. We'll start publishing some schedules and stuff when we get the live stream back up and running. It will be within the next 2 or 3 weeks, but not necessarily in 2 weeks' time, if that makes sense. Videos from 2024, the plan is that they will come out on Sunday afternoon. I've just found that it's easier to work around my other commitments to regularly get something out on Sunday afternoon. The midweek and the Friday lunchtime releases were just becoming more and more difficult as I got a lot busier at work. But hopefully you still enjoyed it. And this year's channel's looking good. If things carry on at the rate that they're going, we're going to pass the 10,000 subscriber mark this year, which is going to be a really sort of important milestone. Going to get in touch with some of the big companies and hopefully they will give us some stuff to give away. That should be fun. And we really appreciate all of your support. For those of you that watch the live stream, support the channel in the ways that you do. Really, really appreciate it. So from me and from the rest of the team, I think, thank you very much.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, folks.
Have a good one, guys.
Cheers, guys.